Right now, we're probably in the last opportunity to put cash into the market. So if you've got cash or you're waiting, now is the last chance, because after this, we hit the banana zone and everything goes a bit crazy.
Real Vision CEO Raoul has dropped an urgent update for crypto investors, saying we might be looking at our very last chance to get in on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the wider market before it all goes bananas. Powell predicts that we're just weeks away from the parabolic banana zone of this bull market. This is the stage where crypto prices absolutely skyrocket. He also believes that it'll happen so fast, we'll barely be able to keep up. That said, Powell encourages investors to load up on crypto as much as they can before this massive move kicks in. He expects the total crypto market cap to quadruple by the end of this cycle in 2025, reaching a mind-blowing $8 to $15 trillion. Stick around for clips of Raoul himself, as he explains his outlook and why he's so confident in the banana zone. Give this video a like to show your support and subscribe to the channel to always be updated with the latest crypto news. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Stop, you don't have time. Don't miss out this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself first ahead of the crowd. We have created the ultimate step-by-step crypto cheat guide that will guide you this bull run. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Now by clicking on the link below to get your exclusive copy just under $10.
The banana zone is that period when you transition out of macro crypto spring into crypto macro summer. Now, it happens to bizarrely coincide with the transition to summer that many of us are having. I mean, the Cayman Islands, it's summer all the time. I know your heart bleeds for me, but some of us got to live this life. I take it seriously. So the banana zone is when that happens. Usually after the halving, there's this consolidation period, down 20%, chopping around, usual stuff. And then it starts gathering, and then it goes crazy. So let me show you a couple of charts on this, just so we're on the same page. So this is global liquidity. This is the GMI global liquidity. This was on that tweet thread. Now, it's a very colorful chart. You probably can't read it. If you're colorblind, you're totally fucked. But what it says is the yellow periods of summer. In summer, what we find is liquidity increases. This is global liquidity, not US liquidity, global liquidity. So in summer, liquidity starts increasing. Obviously, 2020, because of the pandemic, it went bananas. But 2016, 2012, these were good periods for liquidity. And guess what? Crypto, technology, they all rose. Then you get into fall. Fall is often when the real fireworks happen. Liquidity keeps pumping and then eventually tops out into winter. That's when you get the corrections, the crypto down cycles. So we've got the best two parts of the cycle to come. Obviously, the best entry was at the bottom of winter. That's when I was buying Solana, Ethereum, all back then. And then I've obviously switched around. So I'm pretty much 100% Solana right now, outside of small meme stuff and other bits and pieces. Because Solana, the Solana Bitcoin cross chart, Solana ETH cross chart looks so compelling that I'm like, if my job here is to make as much money as possible, I'm just going to own the thing that I think is going to go up the most. So that was the view I had. You will have a different way, but please don't get stuck into a narrative. You're still stuck in some fucking token from 3 cycles ago because somebody's telling you that it's going to definitely be the next big thing. It's not big thing after 3 cycles, 2 cycles. It's not going to be the big thing. So just try and make money. I'm trying to allow you not to fuck this up. Don't fuck this up is the key mantra. When you've got a liquidity cycle ahead of you like this, please take advantage of it. The next part of that is the NASDAQ. Maybe you're not crypto people, but God, tech does well in crypto summer. We had an astonishing year last year with long tech all year, astonishingly good year in tech, and it's only going to get crazier. And I'll talk about tech a lot later when I'm talking about where this is all going and why you've only got 6 years to save yourselves before the world gets a little crazy. But in tech, it is fall that is the big period. The later part of the season is when it goes really bananas. That's after the election. This is the same as the election cycle. The election years are in yellow, then the post-election years, that tends to happen. So liquidity is going to pump into the system. It's going to come from different measures. I'm sure there's going to be questions about this in the chat on Real Vision, realvision.com. If you've not gone there, I'm not going to talk to you ever again. If you do come across the realvision.com, I'll say hi and I'll be very grateful. And it's free. and I'm there to ask some questions. Okay, NASDAQ, crypto, because you're all crypto junkies. And the reason you're crypto junkies is it makes more money than anything else. I get it. That's the point. That's the point of investing, is to make as much money as possible. So yellow tends to be, in the summer, tends to be decent. But there's been 2 cycles where fall was bananas, total bananas. And then you had the last fall in 2021, which was less so. It's because the liquidity came earlier in 2020. So we don't know how it's going to play out, but this is how it should play out. Here's a chart from Exponential Age Asset Management, which is my fund of hedge funds. So it's an asset management firm that invests in the world's best hedge funds to capture this trend of going from $2.5 billion, where the market cap is now, to 10 trillion, where 10 to 15 trillion, where it is this cycle, and then to 100 trillion, where I think it goes by, let's say 2032, 2034, something like that. This is going to be the biggest, largest, fastest accumulation of wealth in all human history. And that's why I keep saying, don't fuck this up. That's why I have a long-term time horizon. That's why I don't trade around this. Just let it do its job. So here's when we talk about doing its job. So we look at the bottom, the highest return section and the lowest return section. So out of the 3 years, crypto spring, macro spring, summer, and fall, crypto is the best performing asset in the world, bar none. In the next year, in fall, it's the worst performing asset. Okay, so that's what you get. But when you look at the accumulative returns, NASDAQ since 2011 has done 769%. That's amazing, 17% a year. Well, Bitcoin's done 20 million percent at 139% annualized. Ethereum, 324% at 146% annualized. And Solana, which is a shorter history, 8,300% at 203% annualized. These are bonkers. These are bonkers returns.
Based on market trends, Powell notes the significant wealth accumulation potential in the upcoming years. He emphasizes crypto's historical outperformance compared to traditional markets like the Nasdaq, suggesting that long-term holding, even with volatility, has yielded substantial gains. Powell's current focus is on Solana, which he predicts will outperform even established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum in the near future. What about you? Let us know in the comments. Before we continue, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel to show us your support. Now let's get back to Raoul Pal as he explains more about his outlook on cryptocurrency.
These are bonkers. These are bonkers returns, considering in the middle of those, you've had several down 80% corrections, which is why even the big corrections, how terrible they are, they're all noise. If you just hold on, you're generating between 140 and 200% a year. I mean, Solana's at 240% and it went down 94% in 2022. That's how good this asset is. It's an alien asset class. And I know I bleat up a lot about it, and a lot of you are still not yet comfortable with it, but I can't help you anymore that I'm trying to help you to see what this is. It's a fucking gift. It's the greatest gift we've ever been given. So here's the final thing. This is the banana zone. Why it's called the banana zone is because the chart A looks like a banana and B, everything goes bananas. And that comes after the halving, after this consolidation, it does this. Will it be identical? Is 300 grand the price target? Whatever. I don't know, but it will go bananas unless something dramatic changes. And I do an enormous amount of work on this in Global Macro Investor. And you should. Is this chart up on the screen? I'm not sure it is. Okay. Okay. I think I've got a delay. And so I do an enormous amount of work. There's literally thousands of pages of research from Julian Bittel and myself on this. So this is not just some flippant comments. We'd see liquidity rising going forwards. There's sources of liquidity everywhere, from the Fed cutting rate, from the Treasury draining the general account, to the Fed cutting QT, to potentially the Treasury offering some liquidity provisions to China so they can manage the debt deflation. They're starved of dollars. Something with Japan, who also needs dollars because there's their currency's been collapsing. There is a lot of opportunities. The Europeans are going to cut rates. The UK are going to cut rates. There's a lot of opportunity for liquidity. The Fed may, let's say, spin up a special purpose vehicle to get rid of commercial real estate from the banks. Who knows? But the cowbell is coming. Listen out for it. It's already started. So the banana zone is all cowbell and markets going parabolic. So hopefully that gives you some understanding of what I think lies ahead. Will it be perfect? No. Does it chop around here for another month or two? Could do. Does it finish? If I look at the previous cycles, two of them ended in the third week of May, the consolidation, and then went. And the other one was July 2020. But 2020 was weird because we had the pandemic in the middle. It was kind of a screwy cycle. So, I don't know, it's close. They all look like they're making perfect wedge patterns, all of that. Everything else seems good. What's also great about macro summer and fall is that you can basically take any asset, it's going to go up. So all commodities, those of you who love commodities, copper's done well, it'll go up. Gold will go up. Oil eventually will do. Doesn't feel great right now. Oil stocks will, mining stocks will, all cyclical plays will. Tech stocks, semiconductors, they all do phenomenally well. Crypto does. So you can be the moron, which is a nice way to be in markets. Nobody wants to try and overthink stuff. And pretty much anything you buy will go up. But some things will go up more than others. That's how I look at the world. Everything's fucking correlated. Everything. The everything code cycle of the 4-year debt refi cycle means that everything gets correlated. A few assets lead, crypto and tech. Others follow the business cycle. The business cycle's bottoming, so they all bottom. But they're all correlated. Everything's correlated. So for me, I like to keep everything really moronically simple. If everything's correlated, then there is no such thing as diversification. In fact, I made a big presentation to a big family office network, to lots of very famous US gigantically wealthy families, and my presentation is diversification is dead. And I just said, listen, so all you do if that's the case, you just look at all the charts, and we got to, hey, the best performing stock market in the world is the NASDAQ, isn't it amazing? Technology, you all get technology. And they're like, yeah, okay, we're investing in this. We can see the AI revolution, the robots, and everything else. We get it, technology. I'm like, yeah. Divide the NASDAQ chart by Bitcoin, and NASDAQ is down 99.93%. I'm like, you're in the wrong asset. It's as simple as that. It's a supermassive black hole.
For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.